Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to another live training session. I'm Dan, subbing in for Liron today as we take you through not only all of vidIQ's tips, tricks, and tools, but we also give you just some general tips, tricks, and tools for growing your own YouTube channels. If you are here as somebody who is thinking of getting started as a creator, or you're getting started as a creator and maybe you're struggling a little bit, or you've downloaded vidIQ's tools and you're like, this is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff here and I'm not exactly sure what all the benefits are. Well, you're in the right place. So what we're going to be doing today is taking you through all of our tools and things we'll be using every single day. You're going to want to take notes because it's a lot of information and it's going to come at you very, very fast. As you're taking notes, I want you to also write down any questions you have. If it's questions about vidIQ or if it's questions about just YouTube in general, write them down because after the training portion, I'm going to come back and we're going to do a Q&A for probably a good solid hour or more after the training portion. And if you don't know what I mean, there's basically 3 segments. You're in the first one right now. It's me saying hello to all of you and getting you ready for this training session. Then we're going to launch into a pre-recorded segment, and Liron will be in front of you, the regular host of this program, and he's going to take you through all the tools. Now, we pre-recorded it because it's way easier to get you this information without the constant interruptions. There's always people asking questions. There's alerts going off because people are subscribing and giving super chats and all kinds of stuff, which we thank you for. And there's a lot that can interrupt us. There's a lot that can go wrong live. Somehow, I haven't made a mistake yet, but the day is young. I'm sure I will at some point, and that's the reason we pre-record this stuff, so things don't go horribly wrong, and you actually get the information you need. And then I'm going to return after that pre-recorded part and answer questions. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them in chat. We have moderators here that will answer a lot of questions during the stream, but instead of doing that, I would prefer if you wrote them down because you're going to pay better attention, I think, to the training portion in that case. And then we can all talk about your questions together. A lot of times I'll see questions come in chat and I'll try to just kind of take a mental note of them before I come back because there's a lot of good questions out there and I want to make sure that everyone gets that information. We can all have a discussion about it in real time. So there's so many of you here right now. I haven't even begun saying hello to the, oh my gosh, 120 of you that are already here waiting for the stream to start. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having an awesome, awesome day. I hope you're having a good week. And what am I going to ask you guys today? Tell me the milestone you hope to achieve this year in 2021. It's still January, very, very early in the year. What is the milestone you hope to achieve? Whether it's a subscriber goal, whether it's an amount of videos, whether it's a schedule you kind of hope to keep. What is your YouTube resolution, if you will? And as you give me those resolutions, I will begin to try and read out your names, and I'm going to butcher them, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we have just a bunch of numbers. I'm going to assume these are all sub counts from, let's see, we have Betissi, 2,000 subscribers. Tom Walder wants 1,000. Peter Fide wants 1,000. Master 2.0, 500. Lemon Patch wants 600. Mindful Minutes wants 1,000. Mr. Fupu wants 4,000 hours of watch time. Very nice. We already have questions coming in. Be sure to write those down. We have 500 subscribers from It's Nixie. 50,000 subscribers. Jaden Officials shooting for 50,000 subscribers. I'm going to assume you've already passed some pretty big milestones. So congratulations to you. KB Auto Tech as well at 6,000 followers. Tenzin wants 100,000 subscribers. So congrats to you on the success of your channel, assuming that you're not starting from a very low number and hoping for that 100,000 goal. There's a lot of different, oh my gosh, so many of you. A lot of you are looking for a number of subscribers or a number of views. So let's see. Mostly I'm seeing subscribers. Some people talking about watch time hours. This is awesome. So hello to everybody. Now, I want to commend those of you who are aiming for watch time, who are aiming for views, things like that, because those are incredibly important. Subscribers mark a moment in history where, I want you to just stick with me for a minute. Subscribers mark a moment in time where, just imagine someone watching your video, right? Maybe you give a call to action. Subscribe, don't forget, and they hit the button. that is one video they watched, one moment in time where they gave you their seal of approval. And yes, there's a chance that the next video you post or the next live stream you do, they get a notification of that. But there's also a chance they've subscribed to 1,000 other channels and they might miss that notification. If you ever go and look, the cat found something if you start hearing something in the background. If you ever go and look at the number of people who are viewing your channel, who are subscribed versus unsubscribed, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find that the majority of your views come from unsubscribed viewers. Views are where it's at. You're going to set your sights on that subscriber number because YouTube puts it front and center. YouTube gives out big, glorious play buttons for those milestones, and I want you to be excited for those moments. But what I also want you to consider is that every single video you make is going out to somebody who may have never seen you before, never heard of you before, never seen your channel. They don't know your personality. They don't know what you're about. And the reason I bring that up, not just because all of you are talking about, I want 5,000 subscribers, 100 subscribers. I'm bringing that up because I want you to remember that every video you make is that opportunity to welcome somebody brand new to your channel, someone who's never met you before in their life. And if you remember that going into making every video, it can dictate every decision you make from here on out. That is the first lesson I'm going to pass on to you today before we even get into the training. That's a bonus for you guys who have been here for 200, or there's 210 people here early today. So thank you for being here early. And I hope that advice resonates with you, because if I had gone into YouTube with that understanding way early on, I would be in a totally different place right now. But I went into it fixated on the numbers. I just got 100 subscribers. This is so exciting. Oh my God, I got 200 subscribers. We better make a celebration video. Oh my gosh, we got 210 subscribers now. We should make another celebration video. I was that obsessed with that one number. And I made content for those 210 people. I made content for those 300 people, every time the number went up. And what I mean by that is I made content that was tailored to people who I was assuming had seen the previous content. I'm talking about episode numbers. I'm talking about you better watch from episode 1 because we're in episode 30 and you're going to miss out if you don't catch the whole series that I'm doing on my gaming channel. And it really isolated the folks that were coming in from the outside. They didn't stick around because they didn't feel welcomed to my channel. So every single video you make, keep that lesson in mind. And people will subscribe, but the goal is to get them to actually come back. It means way more. I can't tell you how many channels I watch that I'm not subscribed to. It's weird. The YouTube home feed is so good at recommending videos that I'm going to like from channels I've seen before that I don't bother subscribing. I subscribe to plenty of channels, but there's also a bunch I don't subscribe to, and I still watch their content. So I'm just saying the number doesn't mean what a lot of people think it means. It doesn't have the weight a lot of people give it. And, that's the way YouTube's been moving for a very long time. And I think it's been successful for them. And it's going to continue. That there's not going to be a moment where they decide, okay, we're going to change the way the sub box works. And now notifications are going to go out more widely to some people who are subscribed. It's not going to work like that. So keep all of those tips in mind. And welcome to everybody. My gosh, so many of you here. Let's see, we have like 5 minutes here before we start the training. If you are new to this training, give me a hashtag new in the chat right now. I want to see how many people here are here for the very first time. Just like I said, there's a bunch of you here who don't know who I am, who don't know what this place is. You downloaded vidIQ, hopefully, and you're like, I have all these tools here, and this dude's going on about, welcoming new people. He's not welcoming me. Let's see oh my gosh. I'm going to say, anecdotally, the majority of you are new. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much for responding to this impromptu poll. So I'm Dan. You'll find me on the Tuesday channel audit stream. You will find me here in various vidIQ videos. You may have already seen Rob in a lot of videos. And then you'll see Liron here on Wednesdays doing this very webinar, who I'm filling in for today. And what we do here is help people grow their channels. We are obsessed with creators, just like you. And we want to see you make the very best of your channels. So we have a product called vidIQ. And if you haven't downloaded it already, the extension is free, and you'll find a link in the description for getting 30 days access to this product and all of the tools therein. We're going to be showing a lot of these tools here in just a moment. And that's why I was telling people earlier, take notes. Get a pen and paper, get an iPad, get whatever you are comfortable taking notes on. Follow along this training and take notes along the way. And especially note any questions you have about the tools you see and about YouTube itself, because I'm going to come back after the pre-recorded training and answer those questions. So that is what we do here every single week. And I want to thank Liron for allowing me to fill in today. Wow. Gosh, still so many of you coming in saying new. I saw some folks in there too who have been here before, and they will help guide you as well. Another place you can go is our Discord, which is pinned up at the top of the chat. After the training's over, if you have more questions, if you just want to see how other people are making use of our tools or meet other creators just like you, this Discord is a fantastic place to do that. It's the vidIQ Discord. We don't allow people to self-promote in there. It's not a place where you're going to find a bunch of people spamming their YouTube channels, because that doesn't do anything for anybody. But what does help is being amongst people who are on this journey along with you and are going through the same things you're going through in real time. The folks who are on their way to their first 1,000 subscribers, or maybe they just hit 1,000 and they've applied for that YouTube partnership program and they're like, how long is this going to take? You know, someone in that Discord has been through it recently and they're going to say, well, it took me 4 flipping weeks. It can take a long time. There is so much benefit to being a part of a community. Another thing I can say is that if I had found a community like that when I had started YouTube back in my day, I would be in a much better place right now. So I hope all of these things help you. And yeah, we're about to start the live training. Again, we call it live training. We did pre-record the segment you're about to see for your benefit. But we have live moderators standing by to help you out. I'll be here, and we will be chatting it up a little bit as we go through the training. So be sure, again, to take your notes. And then if you can, save your questions till the end. One more thing I'm going to say about the questions. And this happened a lot. I helped Liron out last week as well. This happened a lot last week. I got a lot of questions last week that were very general. When I came back for the Q&A, I got a lot of people asking straight up in different ways. They'd find different ways to word it, but ultimately they were asking 2 things. How do I get more views? And how do I get more subscribers? Leading up to the Q&A, that's exactly what we're going to answer. We're going to answer those 2 questions. The reason I can't answer it for one of you asking in the Q&A is because it's not a short answer. There's no simple thing I can say that's like, this is how you get more views. This is how you get more subscribers. The answer is unique to everybody, and it's about the work you put in. You get what you put into YouTube. So when we take you through this training, know that if your question is either A, how do I get more views, or B, how do I get more subscribers, or C, both of the above, we're answering that here in less than a minute. That's the question we're going to answer over the course of probably about a 40-ish minute training. So I hope you get a lot out of it. I hope you download the tools. I hope you activate the 30 days free and have access to all of these powerful tools that will help you grow your YouTube channel. You will see results. You will see results if you apply this advice to your channels. So without further ado, we are going to begin. Thank you so much for being here. Time to take some notes. Time to learn a thing or two. I will be back after this training session. And yeah, I'll be here to answer some questions. All right, let's jump on in.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, welcome and thank you for joining us for another vidIQ training session. My name is Liron. I am the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ, which means that every day I work with creators big and small, helping them level up their channels, get more subscribers, more views in less time, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with you today. Now today is not about theory. It's not about making good thumbnails, because we know all of that, and if you missed out on any of that information on the vidIQ channel, which you've just subscribed to if you haven't already, we have so much value, so many videos about those particular topics. You can go and consume them at your own time. But today it's not about that. Today it's about the practical steps. You know, the thing at vidIQ is a lot of us have our own channels. We're all creators, and therefore we understand the frustrations that you go through as a creator. We've all been there. We all know the frustration of filming a video, spending time editing it, uploading it, and then nothing happens, or a handful of views. Ridiculously frustrating and almost like demoralizing. Do I really want to do this YouTube thing? So that is what today's training is all about, the practical steps. Now, if you don't have vidIQ, that's perfectly fine. You can still hang out with us, no problem. If you are here as a way of saying thank you, in the description below, there's a link to the vidIQ tools. Go and download them. And then for the next 30 days, it will just unlock all the beautiful goodness that's in your channel. And believe it or not, there is goodness. And I'm going to show you how to tap into that. And that's what these tools are about. They're about unlocking that frustration, unlocking the goodness that you have, unlocking the way forward. How do you build your channel? How do you grow? How do you get your audience? And this is what I'm going to show you today. So YouTube is made up of 3Ds. And when you can unlock all 3 of those, that is when magic happens. That is when your channel really blows up. It happened to me. I can tell you from firsthand experience on my channel. So this is critical stuff. And that's why I want to share this with you. Very excited to do this. So the first D is all about discovery. If YouTube doesn't know about your latest creation, it could be absolutely mind-blowingly amazing. Well, it's not going to discover it. And therefore, people are not going to know about it. Therefore, people are not going to find it. And therefore, it's going to remain with very little views. And again, we're going to go deep into all of this. So the first D is about discovery. The second D is about delivery. Are you as a content creator delivering value to your audience? YouTube looks at that. So what I mean by that is, are you using clickbait to get people just to click and then they don't like it and they leave? Are people loving your content so they're watching so much more of us and they're commenting and giving you those thumbs up? That's important. And that's the second D. It's about delivering. And then finally, the third D is about distribution. When you get those first 2 right, YouTube looks at those signals and says, okay, got a video here. It's being loved by its own audience. Let me go and distribute this to a bigger audience. Let me go find a new audience for this video. Oh, and when that happens, that is when you get those fresh new eyes on those videos. And that is when your subscribers grow. And that is when your views grow. Okay, so where do all good YouTube videos begin? They begin in the kitchen. Of course, that's where all good YouTube videos begin, right? If I tell you right now, stop what you're doing, go to your kitchen, go to open up some random cupboards, take up some random ingredients, mix them all together, and then stick it in your oven, what are the odds that a beautiful pizza is going to come out of that? Probably not much, right? But if I tell you, hold on, don't grab random ingredients. I need you to grab the following. There's some tomato sauce, there is some flour, there is some eggs, there is cheese, there is olives, there is whatever. And I give you the steps and I tell you these are the steps to get the dough going. And then you get the sauce and then you get the cheese on top and then stick it in the oven for this temperature, for this long. Then what are the odds of a beautiful pizza coming out? Beautiful and amazing. The way we all approach our videos is the first bit. We take our camera, we run out, we shoot hours and hours of video, we come home, we drop it onto our computers, we edit it, we copy and move scenes around, we add B-roll, it looks amazing, we slap a title, slap a thumbnail, upload it, and then hope that something comes out of that. Hope that a beautiful pizza comes out of that and people love it. That's not going to work, is it? But so that's why I want to focus today on the exact steps that you need to take to follow the recipe. Follow the YouTube recipe. Like we did with our pizza, I want to give you the exact those steps that you need to do for your next video. Okay, so it's going to get good. There's lots of information. It's going to come at you fast and furious. Again, if you don't have vidIQ, it's in the description below. Grab it before we get going. This will be available on the replay. So in case you missed anything or I speak too fast or you need more information, no problem. Don't worry, after the session is done, you can come back to this. Okay, so now that we have pizza in mind, and a lot of us are going to get hungry round about now, well, that's good motivation to go through this training with me. So you ready for this? Let's start off with making a video pizza. We're going to make a video about pizza. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my search bar. This is where I start. I start by putting in my word or my phrase, and the first thing I want to understand is the landscape. Now remember, we're using pizza here. Of course, this will work for absolutely anything else. I just want to show you an example. We all understand because, well, you get this basically around the world. So let's have a look at this. So pizza is my key phrase. I'm going to make a video about pizza. I'm not really sure what yet, but I know that that's what I want to focus on. So vidIQ reveals a whole bunch of information. Highest view video, 28 million. Okay, that looks good. Top creator is a channel called Tasty. Okay, interesting. But look at this, volume. The volume here is 82. It's in the green. What does that mean? It means there's lots of people who are actually searching for our particular key phrase, our pizza key phrase. Do you go out and make a video immediately? No. because you got to look at competition. And you can see the competition is very high. What does that mean? Lots of people are searching for pizza related content, but there's also lots of channels, lots of videos delivering. So therefore, it's going to be very, very difficult to make a video just about pizza. So do we just give up? No. Here is where this tip comes into play. Now, this is important. This actually will change your research. We're going to do this. We're going to go out here to our search bar, and what we're going to do is the alphabet walkthrough. So pizza space A, B, C, D. What is it showing you? It's showing me autocomplete. In other words, so many people have searched for the word pizza and dough recipe that YouTube makes it a little bit easier for the next person to start typing pizza space D. We assume they're going to go for this dough recipe. Oh, look, there it is. Dough without yeast. Pizza dough recipe without yeast. How does this help us? How does this help us as content creators? Well, this is a good indication of what people are searching for. If people are searching for pizza dough recipe without yeast, that gives us a beautiful direction for our video. We're going to make a video about pizza dough, and we're going to use the word dough, recipe, and yeast, because those seem to be the popular words. Remember, we're only on the D. E, F, G. Look how many titles come up here that you can actually use for your video. This is where you start really understanding YouTube search. So remember, YouTube is a search engine. What do you do in search engines? You ask questions. So don't forget, don't just do the A, B, C, D walkthrough. Go to the beginning of the phrase and then type in the what. What pizza looks like around the world? What's pizza to your body? What pizza is the best? What? Where? When? Why? How? Okay. And all of a sudden, look at this. How Pizza Hut makes pizza. How pizza rolls are made. How pizza is made in Domino's. What does this show you? It's telling you what people are currently searching for. Go and make your videos based on these. That's how you get those initial eyeballs, those initial reactions, because you're answering somebody's question. Autocomplete is a beautiful way to understand the YouTube algorithm and what people are currently searching for. If you can marry up a video title to a query, that is where you win. Remember, we're still in research mode, okay? So let's have a look at this video. This video, it says, the best homemade pizza you'll ever eat. Views, 19 million views on this. So by most indication, 19 million views is a good views for your video. I mean, we all would love 19 million views on our videos. But does that mean that this channel is winning? In other words, is this a good video for this channel? Because remember, this channel has got 18 million subscribers. So is 19 million views like a regular video for them? Or is it a real video for them? Well, let's find out. So 19 million views. Here is what the problem with views is. Views doesn't take time into account. In other words, this video was launched in 2018. Did it get all of its views right at the beginning, or did it take years to get to these numbers? Did it take a day, a month, a week, a year, 3 years? How many years did it take to get to this 19 million? Why is that important? Because it tells me about relevancy. Is this video relevant today? So, for example, the iPhone 1 or the Samsung Note 1 phone that came out. Now, I'm a tech geek, so I'm going to use technology examples. But let's just say that video came out of the iPhone 1. When it came out, millions of views on those videos. But is it still relevant today? That's the question. How many people are still searching today? If all you saw was that this video has got 19 million views and you went ahead and made a video all around this topic, well, you're going to be missing the boat here because this might not be relevant today. So what do? We'll show you something called VPH, views per hour. And essentially what views per hour is, it's telling me right now how many people are watching this video. So as you can clearly see, there is still lots and lots and lots of interest in this particular video, in this particular title. And in fact, if you look at historical trends, you can see it was doing okay, and all of a sudden, boom, a big surge. It's obviously the times that we're in, people are interested in making homemade pizza, and therefore this video is getting all that beautiful momentum. So remember, evergreen content. This is another example of something that was live in 2018. And look, it just was okay, and now just picked up traction. So very important to remember the evergreen content. So when you launch a video, don't panic straight away if it doesn't get those beautiful views. You just never know when your time will come. This is 2 years later, and look at those numbers. Beautiful, just popping. So again, a total number of views doesn't indicate if it's a good video today. So we show you views per hour. Very, very important. The next thing we look at is, did they use any Reddit? So there's a couple of Reddit instructions, a little bit of Facebook going on here. But look at this. This is beautiful. This tells me that, remember I asked you earlier, 19 million views on a channel with 18 million subscribers. Is this okay or not? Is this a great video, a bad video? Well, we'll tell you that. The compare views in the first 28 days tools is exactly the tool that you need. Because if you have a look at this, you say, this video, I want to compare it to this channel's average. This channel's average is a little pink at the bottom. This video is the one in blue. After 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, so now we can see. After 7 days, this channel typically gets 122,000 to 194,000 views on a video. But this video got a 2.6 million views in the first 7 days. What does this tell me? It's telling me this is an outlier video. This is an exceptional video. And therefore, I am absolutely going to research this video, the title, the thumbnail, the description, the tags that they used. Look what it's ranking for. I want to understand all of this so that I can make my video as close to this as possible. If YouTube is currently suggesting this video and it's an outlier video for this channel, well, I am one to be able to get in on that. Now, this video tells you more. This tool tells you more. Not just this channel's average. You can actually look at your channel's average. So this video compared to your own channel's average. This video compared to the last video you watched. Any video, any playlist, any channel, and then the competitor's average. And I'll show you that shortly as well. So very, 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 very powerful tool. It tells you exactly what you need to know. This is a good video. Lots of views per hour. Trending topic. Still relevant today. I am absolutely going to investigate this if I was making a pizza video. Remember, we're still in research mode. We're still in the first D, that first D of being discovered. So we may have some title ideas. What about thumbnails? What should we be going after? Well, in research mode, we still want to be discovered. We go to the vidIQ tools on the left-hand side, and there's something called competitors. Click on that. And this essentially loads up all the people who are doing similar stuff to you in your industry. This, for us, this is the people that we work with, people that we attend events with, other YouTube teachers here, and we want to understand what's going on. Now, why is it important? Because YouTube knows that we don't watch one video about one item and then go make a buying decision. We watch multiple videos about the same item. Therefore, what we want to understand is what's going on in the industry. What are our competitors doing? Remember, this is sorted by views per hour. So I can see which topic is getting more attention. I want to see what their thumbnails are like. Are they still good, lots of text, still faces? What's their titles? Are they long titles? Are they short titles? All this gives me good indication. Am I still on the right track? Now remember, in your industry, it's going to be different people. You have to load up yourselves, the people that you look up to, people you want to work with. And when you see it, you start getting a good picture and a good idea. Now I'll tell you what else it does. YouTube is all about trends. YouTube knows that when a trend comes out, it becomes a hot topic. People are talking about it. People are researching it. And therefore, it's going to serve more and more content. So imagine in this industry, if we saw that everybody's talking about a specific topic, a specific YouTube tool, maybe something new has come out, and our competitors have started talking about that, well, of course, we're going to understand that. And we want to get in on that action as well. In your industry, it's going to be exactly the same. Maybe everybody is starting to talk about the upcoming big vacation or the upcoming big holiday in your country. Maybe it's Mother's Day, whatever it may be. If people are starting to talk about it, it means the industry is starting to talk about that particular holiday. In other words, search results are coming in. In other words, you can start jumping on this. So it's a good way to keep an eye on your competitors, keep an eye on what they're doing, what are they saying, what do they look like, And is there anything that you need to change? Don't go and copy them, because obviously that's not a good strategy, but go and understand what's going on. Know your competitive landscape. Very, very important. So that is competitors. Go and load up a whole bunch, and the value here is insane, especially when it comes to trend. Because trend is where it's at, the next tool I'm going to show you is called the Trend Alerts. Now, Trend Alerts, this is very important. Trend Alerts changes your channel. Here is why. You give it an alert name, and then you say, here's my keyword. So basically what I'm saying to vidIQ is anytime somebody makes a video with this keyword in from any of these competitors or from the whole of YouTube, when that video gets more than, let's just say, 1,000 views per hour, remember, per hour, not in total. When that video gets more than 1,000 views per hour, each week, send me a report that looks like this. Now, why is this important and how does this change channels? Well, what will end up happening is you'll see that a certain style of video has gone from 1,000 views per hour to 5,000 views per hour to 10,000 views per hour. Okay, something is happening. Something's happening over there. I need to understand that because it's going to be your keyword. So it's going to be related to your industry. You know what those big keywords are. And as soon as you see them, you know that you want to jump in on that action and get in on the trend really, really, really early on. So many channels have changed completely because they realized that a certain keyword has become hot, is just starting to roll. They've seen channels go from 500 views per hour on a video to 1,000 views per hour on a video to 5,000 views per hour on a video. Well, it means there's a big hunger for that keyword. Could I make a video with that keyword? Could I make on that topic? And if you can jump in on those trends really, really, really early on. Remember, we're still in the D for discovery. We've done our research. We've done the what, where, when, how. We've done the alphabet walkthrough with our keywords. We have seen which are cool videos. We've marked them so we know to go back to them and research them. We've seen what our competitors are doing, our trend alert sets. The next thing is most viewed. And essentially what most viewed is everything that's going on that's happening on YouTube right now. Now, before you tell me, yes, there is the trending page, very well aware of it, but this is different. Do you know why? Because this sorts out the hot videos on YouTube sorted by views per hour. This video is getting 300,000 views per hour. This video is 146,000 views per hour. So why is this important? Well, first of all, you're in the YouTube game. You need to know what's working on YouTube as a whole, even when it's out of your niche. And here you can see that certain topics are working really, really well. What's the thumbnail like? How clean is it? How much text is there? What is their titles? Is it long? Is it short? All these questions you need to be asking all the time so you can understand how clean these are. Look at this, just something I can pick up immediately. There's no text. Look at that, very little text, if any. Big bright colors, and these are kids content, and they're still doing well on YouTube. Again, even this, Chadwell Clay, great channel, no text. Marquez Brownlee to do with technology. The only text here is the $3.99 the price. You're learning all the time from what's going on. Now you can take it a step further. What you can say is, look, love this guy, but he's got a channel with millions and millions of subscribers. It's nowhere near where I am. No problem. You go down here to channel subs and you can change it. You can say, show me only channels that are in the bronze, 10 to 100,000 subs, or 100,000 to 1,000,000 subs, something closer to your world, so that you can learn what's working in that industry, in that subscriber range, and make videos accordingly. You can also do research here with search terms, the various categories, the various countries, and all of this helps you with being discovered. And that's the most important thing. Doing that research before you touch that camera, before you rush out and spend hours of your life making a video that is not going to get those views. Spend the time rather doing this here. Okay, so we've seen the videos. We've looked at our competitors. We have done our research. We've looked at what's trending. We've looked at what's working on the whole of YouTube. We looked at it in our research mode. We're now armed. We go and create our video. Okay, now that we've got our video, what do we do next? Okay, so you've done your video, you've uploaded it, and now it's time to feed it all that beautiful, juicy information in your titles, your descriptions, your tags, and your thumbnail. So let's look at these tools. The most important thing for me when it comes to YouTube is the thumbnail and the title in combination. Not in isolation, but together. Why? Well, here's what happens. When somebody's doing a search on YouTube, they perhaps will scroll down and your thumbnail has one mission: to get them to stop and go, "Oh, what's that?" And then they glance over and they look at your title. And together, they're either going to decide to click or not to click. A great thumbnail with a rubbish title is not enticing enough, and vice versa. An amazing title, but with a thumbnail that doesn't get somebody's attention, also not good enough. They're not going to stop and click, but it's got to work together. So this is one of the greatest tools. I love this completely. It's called Preview in Search Results. This is brand new, and this will be a game changer as well. So what do? We want to understand how will my video look like when other people are doing a search. So let's just say the question is how to get 1,000 subscribers. So let's write that in. How to get 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to say preview and search. Now look what's going to happen. We're going to come up here. This is the video. And this shows me the videos, other videos in this industry. Now we're very lucky because our next video is actually a vidIQ video. So I am asking myself the question, will this thumbnail get people to stop and click compared to the other videos around it? That is beautiful. Also, I get to see everybody else's titles. I can make changes right here. And not only can I make changes to the title, I can click on preview changes and it would actually change it right here as well. So now I can constantly am optimizing my video to be discovered. So remember I said it's your thumbnail and your title in combination, because that's going to get someone to stop what they're doing like this and go, "Oh, what's this? That is colorful. That's got text, got information. I want to click on that." Now remember, it shows it to me on the search screen, but we all know that home screen is pretty big on YouTube too. That's where a lot of people are finding their information. So now it shows me, look what my icon looks like, my graphics look like on the home screen. Look how it just stands out. All the colors, and that's why people click on this video. And again, I can see this on desktop, I can see this in tablet mode, and I can see it on mobile as well. I want to make sure I'm continuously optimizing my search results, because this is where you win. It's about understanding what your thumbnail and your title look like together compared to the people above you and the people below you. Because as soon as you can get someone's attention with an amazing thumbnail and a great title, this is where you win the click. I love this preview results. Go ahead and use them continuously. You can search for any phrases. We can optimize it here. How to get 100 subs. Let's just say that's get the results there. Okay, now you can see we're very similar to this. So if I was going after the first 100 subs, I will perhaps not use the same thumbnail because it's too similar to this. I would use, another vidIQ one. See how different that is? And that's what you want. How to stop somebody's attention to be able to go, wow, what is this? Click. Now, remember that YouTube knows what your video is about. It has got enough AI systems to understand the content. It's automatically captioning your videos. So it's got all this data. So title and descriptions and your tags simply augment what YouTube already knows. It makes sure that it allocated it correctly. So we always want to write for humans. Don't try keyword stuff this with lots of keywords just to try and get YouTube algorithm to jump around. That used to work back in the day. It does not work anymore because YouTube's smarter than that. So write for people. Write in a way that somebody will want to click. Your description. Put some effort into your description. So give a great opening line because that's the preview line that people will see. And then now timestamps. Make sure you spend time putting in timestamps. YouTube is experimenting with new features. There's things like chapters. We're going to see more and more of this come into play, especially as we go towards voice. So make sure that you put in timestamps into your videos, helping YouTube help you. So when someone on Google does a quick search of how to double down on quality or quantity, well, maybe this is a good enough phrase that YouTube will recommend this video. So you need to spend time and effort in here. So which keywords do you use? Well, this is where tags come in. So whilst tags aren't as important as they used to be, you absolutely still need to be using tags. So you start typing here Mother's Day, and here you can already see a whole bunch of Mother's Day related tags that pop in here. So let's select this one, but watch this. Okay, click into here. Now we've got a whole wealth of information. Now what we can see here is Mother's Day gift ideas, but look at this. We also show you the related keywords. We show you the most used keywords, the search volume, the competition, the overall score, and all of these are basically searchable and indexable so that you can go through and say, well, which tags do I want to use? Mother's Day gift looks like a good one, and simply click on the plus button and it will add that tag. All of this information simply helps your video to get better classification. And even though tags by themselves don't matter, when you feed the beast, it helps you with your videos. So many people are just ignoring tags altogether, and that is a big, big mistake. It's all about building those relationships between your videos and other videos, other search results, and tags help you do that. Okay, so use your tags. Now, the big thing here is, when do you make your video public? When do you launch your video? So YouTube looks at various factors. And when it knows about your video, it knows the content, it knows what your title is, it knows what your thumbnail's like. What it doesn't know, if it's a good or a bad video, it has no idea. So it looks for signals. And one of those signals is, do people watch when you make it public? So the best way to do that is to launch your video during a time where people are actually online. So this tool tells you that. Best time to publish, broken down by day. And it knows that if I'm going to launch a video on a Wednesday, my audience happens to be online between these times. So I should probably launch my video just before that, so to get all that upwards traffic as people are joining. This is an important signal. If you make your video available and people are watching it instantly, YouTube says, oh, there must be value here because people are watching, and they're watching for more than 50%. So I want to be able to translate that into maybe trying with another audience. And that's where distribution starts to happen, because YouTube is getting all these glorious signals to say that this is a good quality video. And that is how you unlock distribution. So launch your video when your public is online. And a good ninja tip here is, try not to launch whenever you can schedule a video. What I mean by that is, you can schedule a video to launch on the hour, or every half an hour, or even every 15 minutes. Or so 9, 9:15, 9:30, for example. But if you launch your video at 9:48, it's such a weird time that no other companies schedule their videos to launch at that, because you can't. So now you have an opportunity to stand out amongst those notifications. Less notifications, more odds. The odds are much better that your subscriber actually gets the notifications. So just a little bonus tip there. As we scroll further down, a lot of vidIQ SEO scores that are right here. We've even got the checklist. Let me make sure that I've done everything. Have I got a card? Have I got an end screen? We don't enable monetization, so I'm obviously going to see the X. Have I shared it on Twitter, made it public, etc.? So we're just keeping you on track, a nice little running track to make sure that you're ticking all the right boxes and ticking all the right marks here. Okay, so we've done our research. We're going to get discovered. We've done the first D. The second D is that we are now launched our video. We've launched it at the right time. And now we hope it's up to YouTube to distribute that video as much as possible. We're obviously going to help it along with social media and our own efforts to get the video seen, but we're hoping the YouTube algorithm kicks in. Well, YouTube rewards people that deliver. So it's quality over quantity. How do we know if you're delivering? Well, this is where this tool comes in. It's called the Channel Audit tool. Now, this is the tool I was missing when I was building up my YouTube channel, because I needed something that I can push a button that will tell me what's working and what isn't working. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend 10 hours of my day trying to decipher little numbers and exporting reports from YouTube Analytics to try to work out what's working and what isn't. I want to push a button, and this is what this does. The Channel Audit does exactly that. It says, okay, over the last 30 days, is my channel growing or shrinking? So I can see views, subscribers, watch time. If it's going up, great. If it's going down, why? Did maybe I have a viral video last month and don't have one this month? Okay, so I understand. So it gives me that information. The next thing I want to look at is content to double down on. And essentially what that means, this is content that you need to make more of. People love this content. It's broken down into views per hour. Which videos are giving me views per hour? How many views per hour does each one of these videos give me? What's the engagement rate? What's the views? Subscribers gained. How many subscribers per 1,000 views? So it gives me an idea of what's bringing in my subscribers to my channel. And now I know that if people are loving this content, make more of this content. Simple as that. And down here, total watch time, average watch time, top retention. These are the stuff that YouTube loves. And YouTube rewards you for it. So if you can mix these together, find the trend on your channel and see what works and make more of that. You'll very quickly discover these certain elements that your channel, that people love, and these certain channel stuff that they don't love. So for example, in how to make the best pizza recipes, maybe you're going to make 5 different pizza recipes, and every time you use the word pepperoni, it doesn't rank up here. Because you know what? People didn't love that. Where do you see it? In the content that could use work. This is the stuff that didn't really work too well. Well, why not? Lowest average watch time, lowest retention, lowest like ratio, lowest views, videos losing subs. What does that mean? Well, people didn't really engage with our content. Why not? Do we just not make it? No, we go and we understand why these things not work. What's going on here? Could we do something better to improve it? So things are always going to be up here. So pepperoni lands up down here. Don't make pepperoni recipes. Only make the stuff that works up here. Now another section in the middle is called the top search terms. What are people searching to get to your channel, to get the information? What are the click rates for your end screen? The card click rates. What does this? All this tells you? Well, these are the search terms. So if I make more videos with these search terms, guess what? More views, more subscribers. End screens. You can see how when I'm referring to certain elements in my end screens, they're working better than other end screens. The call to subscribe on our end screen isn't really working. We're not getting much out of this. But best for viewer seems to be doing a lot better. Channel seems to be doing a lot better. On your cards, polls, look at this. 71% of people are engaging in polls. We're going to make more polls. Playlist is doing okay, not so bad, but not as good as polls. So we're going to use more polls in our videos. So you see how all this information really helps you understand the second D. Are you delivering? Because when you deliver, that is when distribution happens. And remember, this is for 30 days. We can even drop it down to 60 and 90 days. I always look at this on my personal channel between 30 days, and then I look at it at 90 days. I want to smooth out any highs, smooth out any lows, and just get an idea of what's actually working. So I look at my content to double down on, look for those trends, what are the search terms, and what didn't work so well. Down here, well, I see a little bit of information. I'm using a lot of characters, but look down here, items to improve upon. Here it says to me, okay, there's videos without cards. 12 videos don't have an end screen, and 6 videos are not added to a playlist. I can go into each one of these and instantly fix it straight from here. So it always keeps a good housekeeping in check. Channel audit tool is it's almost your savior. It's the best thing that you need for your channel because it's the unemotional version that tells you what's working and what isn't working. So now we have done the first D. We have been discovered. We have done the second D. We are delivering. We're spending lots and lots of time in our channel audit tool to understand what's working and what isn't working. And we're constantly giving our audience the stuff that's working. They're loving it. They're giving us subscribers and they're giving us views. That is what it's all about. And when you do that well enough, once you spend a lot of time doing this, you're going to go into your achievements and you're going to start unlocking achievements. We've unlocked the 500,000 subscriber achievement. And don't worry, this is customized for your channel. So if you haven't hit a certain achievement, don't think you have to wait till 500,000. But now, why this is important? Because when you unlock an achievement, it generates a certificate. And this certificate is a great way to help build your audience. Here is why. When you have an achievement and you share it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, Wherever you share it, people are going to say, wow, I'm part of this journey. Your audience is part of that journey. They love being part of people's journeys. They retweet, they like, give you a shout out for being successful. Well done. And that grows your community because other people see this and go, oh, I didn't know about this vidIQ channel. Let me go check it out. There must be lots of value. This is social proof that everything works and has come together beautifully for you. So spend some time in your achievement. Understand what you're breaking into. Share those certificates. Be excited about it. And then look at your top performing months. What are your targets? Use that as a bit of a motivational thing. Can I reach my goals? How many more days am I away from reaching my next milestones? We take care of all that for you so that you are proud to share your successes. And when you do, make sure you tag vidIQ on your social media, so we're happy to retweet. We're happy to celebrate in your success and your milestones.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us through our vidIQ weekly training. I hope you got a lot out of that. As I said, a lot of information there. You're going to want to take notes. Big thanks to Liron for putting that together. If you're a little bit confused, that was a pre-recorded segment, but you can always go back if you missed anything and rewatch this once the stream is over and, brush up on some of those tips and tricks he gave you. Not only did we show you how to use all the vidIQ tools effectively, but we showed you the process of coming up with a brand new video, one that's going to get discovered, conceptualizing it, a video about pizza, your cooking channel, and going through all the steps to making that video find its way to an audience on YouTube. So all of you who are getting ready to ask some questions, couple of things. One, please put #question in front of your question. It makes it a lot easier to find in chat because a lot of people are also talking amongst themselves as well. I'll be able to pick it out easier. And two, if your question is some variation of how do I get more views or how do I get more subscribers or I have all these videos but no one's subscribing to my channel, what is going on? My answer to you is going to be to go back, just like I said, and rewatch the training or watch parts of it that might have been confusing to you because it was a lot of information. There's no shame in that, in having to go back and rewatch it. I've seen that video so many times since joining this company, and I always get a little bit more out of it every time I see it because there's always some tool I'm using, but just not as well as I could be. And just seeing it again makes me go, oh yeah, I really should queue up some more competitors on my channel. I really should do that and, keep track of what's trending amongst them. So here's what's going to happen. #question for your questions. And if you have questions about YouTube, questions about vidIQ, I will sit here for the next hour or so, maybe until I run out of delicious tea and or water. That's very hot. And we will answer those. So what do we got? I see Dan is here helping us as well. Thank you so much, Dan, and all the moderators who are here today. Dan is our community manager. You'll see him on Tuesday live streams, as well as the Discord quite a bit. Be sure to join that if you haven't already. Okay, what do we got? Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Okay, chat's moving. Is the vidIQ app free? Yes, asks Jay Kladenberg. The vidIQ app, are you talking about the mobile app or the extension? I'm going to say this. The vidIQ is free. We have a free version of it, but we have a lot more tools that you can unlock. You can try all those tools pinned above in the chat, and that'll get you access to all of them. So we do have other plans, but it does start out as free. Wildly cool. I'm still gonna butcher your names, even if they're easy to say. Few weeks or a month, I have been gaining subs, views, likes in every video, but a recent upload caused me to lose a subscriber. One subscriber and a dislike in around 2-3 previous videos, but it has a viewer. Okay, wait a minute. The last part of your question I'm having trouble understanding, but your concern is that you lost a subscriber from a recent upload is what I think I'm getting from that. I'm gonna turn this into a larger topic for a second. Every video I post here at vidIQ, every video I post on my personal channel, I lose subscribers. But I always gain more than I lose, generally speaking. I think that's just a symptom of YouTube. Sometimes people subscribe to your channel for one thing, you release something new, and then they unsubscribe. Or sometimes they subscribe to your channel, they don't watch videos for a while, and then a notification reminds them, oh, I should probably unsubscribe. I don't watch that channel anymore. It could be any number of reasons, but don't worry about losing a subscriber or two from a new upload. Don't let that stop you. All right, so... Okay, Sadman plays. Regarding the description, should you try to make a big description in order to hit more specific keywords? Or should it be short and concise in order to hit specific keywords? It's kind of up to you. Your biggest pull for new viewers is going to be the title and the thumbnail. Yes, keywords help in the description and the tags. I like to kind of go in the middle. Every description, like, you know how you can have YouTube preset a loaded like description for you. So if you have a bunch of links you're putting in every single description, you can actually set YouTube to put those in there for you for every upload. I always like to put at least a paragraph about the video in every video I do. And I always put a line at the top too that kind of very quickly in a sentence describes the video, because that first line is what people can see. It's before it gets truncated on YouTube search. So what I'll do is video title, first line of description, a couple of links, subscribe, here's your timestamps, whatever. Keep in mind timestamps too. If you put your video into chapters, those are also great keyword phrases. And then underneath the timestamps / chapters is where I'll put like a paragraph about maybe the game I'm playing or the subject we're covering. And I'll actually go into the tags using the vidIQ tools to pick good tags. And once I'm done with them, a lot of times those tags, those keyword phrases, prompt me to go into my description and make them match a little bit closer. So I do some of that. Is that going to make or break a video in search? It's probably negligible. But I do it. It's one of those things, a lot of us at vidIQ believe that if there is an empty box in the process of making a video, it should be filled with something. So it does not hurt you to have a short description or a long description. It's not really the thing. It's just make sure your title, tags, and description all connect in a nice unified way. All right, so what do we got? I'm going to go to real time here in chat. I was scrolled up quite a bit here. Seam tops. Why don't we get some training like this in Spanish? I mean, I understand in 85% English, but I would like to understand 100% of this training. That's a really good question. We do have a Spanish channel. We don't have a webinar on there at this time. But you know what? I'll promote that as an idea. That's pretty cool. If you didn't know already, though, it should be linked on our vidIQ homepage. If you go to channels, we do have a fully vidIQ Spanish channel. It has about 120,000 subscribers by now. And yeah, hopefully, at least if there's not training there, you get value out of that. Azrak asks, what are your tips to get the last subs to reach 1,000 subs sooner? So this is, again, one of those questions where it's another variation of how do I get more subscribers? My answer is to watch the training. Your channel is different than any other channel here. So it's super hard to answer that. It's one you got to answer for yourself. You know what I mean? I don't know, without looking at your channel, the subject matter that you cover, how your thumbnails are, how your titles are. So it's really difficult to answer questions like that. So be sure when you ask questions that are very specific, because I'd hate to tell everybody here, go back and watch the training. But that's unfortunately my answer for you. All right. So let's see. I'm going to scroll down again. Okay. Azad Sobin, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing your names. Should we create longer videos? There goes the question. It disappeared. I was reading it. Should we create longer videos or smaller? Live video tends to get more watch time. I need guidance. Okay. It really depends on the channel here. Judging by your avatar, I'm going to say you're probably not a gaming channel. See a person in a suit. Could be real estate, could be any number of things. It really depends on the channel, and it depends on the kinds of videos on that particular day. So let's say, just random example, you're a plumbing channel. You're helping people with tips at home for their plumbing. If somebody, this is an example we use quite a bit actually, if somebody is trying to fix a clogged toilet, They don't want to watch a 20-minute video. Yes, you get more watch time, but they're going to pick the video that's shorter. They're in a rush. They got to get this fixed now. A lot of times, me personally, I like to make just about any how-to short, as short as I can, because people looking for answers want them quickly. We are an instant gratification society around here. So if you're making a how-to video, you want that to be digestible for your audience. Take a look at the people out there who are also covering that subject. See how long their videos are. One thing I've done in the past is looked at my competition. I've seen how-tos on things I knew how to teach as well, and I've thought, wow, that person made a 10-minute how-to on something I feel like I could teach in 5. And then I would turn around and do it. So that is one example of when you'd make a shorter video. There are examples of when you make a longer video as well. It just depends on the type of content you're making. If you're telling a story, it might be good to make a longer video, take people through kind of a journey, you know? So it's going to be different for everybody. But yeah, I would just really research your audience there and maybe even your competition and determine where a good length is for the type of content that you make. Empowered says the tools shown are included in which vidIQ plan. We do have a lot of tools kind of mixed in. If you go to our website and kind of explore the different plans, you should get a good idea of that. It's without demonstrating a bunch of stuff here for you. It's kind of hard to answer. Let's see. Zentorno Elite. I have this gaming YouTube channel, but my YouTube channel is dead. I can't get people to click on my videos. I'm still having trouble with it. I'm going to say a couple things. So if you're a gaming channel, there's a lot of tough things you got to ask yourself, right? Like, let's say you're playing one game, but it happens to be, what's a game that's kind of older now? Maybe it's the Spider-Man game for PS4. There was a time where that was really popular, right? And you've made your whole channel about it, and it was doing great. And then suddenly, the videos kind of just kind of ticked down after a while, and not as many people watched. So the popularity of your game comes into question. And then, of course, keywords, titles, thumbnails, all of those things to earn that click. We showed off the thumbnail preview tool in this training today. I recommend checking that out again if you missed it. It's a fantastic tool where if you put in the keyword phrase that you want to be ranked for, it'll put you alongside of videos currently being ranked for that phrase and show you what your thumbnail looks like amongst theirs, what your title looks like amongst theirs. And that'll kind of give you an idea of if you're on the right track or if you should go back and tweak your thumbnail or your title. If, by the way, guys, if you spam your questions, our moderators will time you out, and then I won't be able to answer them. So please ask your question once, and then in about, I'd say give it about 7 or 8 minutes. If it didn't get answered, you can ask it again. So let's see here. Give me 1 second. Okay, the chat is moving so fast today. Thank you all for being here. Okay, here we go. Anna Zilli asks, any tips for the new 2021 feature trailer for the premiere? I haven't used this myself yet, but I've been considering it. So YouTube has this new feature where if I understand it right, I understand it the day I read about it, and now I've kind of it's been a few weeks, so I've kind of forgotten. If I understand this feature right, basically you can do a premiere, but you can create like I think you can go live before the premiere and kind of like introduce it. Is that it, or is it a trailer like they said? I'm trying to. Either way, we have a couple folks here testing it, and I got to go back and ask them how that went. I've always been of the mindset that premiere should be saved for big events. If you're going to do a premiere, kind of make a deal out of it, right? So if you're just doing the 20th episode in a long-running series or something, that's probably not a big enough thing to make a premiere of. But if this is like a one-off thing, a big project you were working on and you've been trying to hype the release for a while, you might set a premiere. You might jump in before the premiere and kind of get people all hyped up and then launch the video. So I've always been in the mindset that premieres are reserved for more special occasions. If YouTube is adding features to it, though, they obviously want people to embrace it a little bit harder than they already are. So it might be worth testing if you're just thinking of doing it. It doesn't hurt to test. Always be testing things, even if you're worried, oh, will this not do as good as it would have done without the test? You always have your next video to make up for that. You know, try new things all the time. Let's see. How to grow an edit-only channel, asks Iced Americano. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by edit-only. Maybe you're talking about a video editing channel, and that's more of like a how-to channel. Try and stay ahead of updates on the particular software you're teaching about, and show off those updates whenever you can. That goes for games too. If you cover a game, be sure to follow all the updates and cover them on your channel. And then just start with the basics. You know, talk to people who are getting into this software for the very first time and give them some advice, some things that you wish you knew, but when you started, things you now take for granted because you're so good at them. All right. How do I grow by making Fortnite videos that are unique to everybody else's content, asks Ronith R. So you're making Fortnite videos, and you're in a giant field of people who are also making Fortnite videos, which is a tough place to be. But if you're claiming that your content, you feel it stands out from the rest, you make content that's unlike anybody else's, you're already in a good place. Now the trick is to figure out the best way to market that content within search. So you need to make really eye-catching thumbnails. And with the Fortnite community, the competition is very, very tough because Fortnite thumbnails have a very particular look and feel to them. And you need to have that part at least down. And then on top of that, you need to make it original. So I know I'm not helping here because I'm just making it sound even more difficult, but it is. It's a challenge to grow in an area that is just, heavily competitive. So start there. Start with the best thumbnail you can possibly make. And then titles. Make sure that you have a title that not only it has the potential to get searched by a person, but has you can't. So what I'm trying to say is don't make a title that's like funny Fortnite video. You know what I mean? It needs to have a little more intent behind it than that. People aren't just going to find your video. There's probably a million funny Fortnite videos out there. So you need to figure out the right way to frame the video that you've made so that it gets ranked in search. It's a challenge. But over time, as your videos start to get discovered and as you earn that credibility, it will get easier. You could also try shorts. Right now, because of just the run on shorts right now, and shorts, very honestly, still I feel like has a very big lack of content in it compared to native YouTube. You could potentially get discovered that way and have a little bit of an easier time. You know what I mean? Because it's just YouTube seems to be testing most shorts that get uploaded, at least with a select audience. So you could also try that. We are in a very unique time right now where shorts could be the answer to a lot of those problems. All right, we got a ton of questions. Let's see. I see one question here from Ninja Sora Rush. Is streaming better or upload? So you're asking, should you live stream or should you upload? That's kind of up to you. What works better for your schedule? And what works better for the type of content you want to make. So if you just want to be the person who, I'm really good at this game and I just want to show people that, maybe streaming is good. You can play it for hours on end, and every time you play, you're just amazing and it's a spectacle. Maybe streaming's the answer. But if you're somebody who has something to show people, to teach them, and you can do it in a short amount of time, or a story you want to tell in an edited video, maybe that's better for you. But that's the kind of question where you have to ask yourself that. That's certainly not something I could answer, but maybe that was helpful. Let's see. Creative Millson asks, what's the best day to upload videos? Again, that's going to be one that's particular to your channel. If you get our tools, though, we actually have a tool that tells you straight up, after analyzing all of your other videos and the times they were posted and everything else, it tells you the best time that you should post your videos based on when your audience is on YouTube. So I would recommend having our vidIQ tools answer that question for you, because that's really going to depend on who your video is for and when your current viewers are on the site. Let's see. So I'm seeing a lot of how do I get more subscribers? My videos aren't getting views. They're low. What do I do? Again, to all of you, maybe you're just getting here. Be sure to go back and watch the training we just had a little while ago, because that's exactly what we took you through. All those tools and all those methods for getting your videos discovered and getting those views. All right, what do we got? Let's see here. J Eater asks, what's better, competitors that are close to you in subs or competitors with much views? And so more, I'm guessing you mean more views and more subscribers. I would do both. Excuse me. Get an idea for what the people at the top are doing, what the people in the middle are doing, and what the people at your level are doing. So I'm just going to throw some random numbers at the wall here. Get an idea. Let's say you have 100 subscribers. Put people at your level in there. But more than that, put people who are at the thousands, the 10,000s, the 50,000s, put them in there. And then put a couple people at the very top, the people who you admire the most, maybe the people who got you into YouTube in the first place. Put them in there. And look at the difference. Look at the difference in their title structure. Look at the difference in the way they covered YouTube. One thing I'll say, because I kind of come from the Minecraft community. And in the Minecraft community, there are YouTubers that are so big that they can take something that isn't popular and make it popular overnight simply by putting it in their videos. So maybe it's a new mini game or something like that. Somebody can come in and just decide to record it one day, and a bunch of viewers see it, a lot of them YouTubers, and then they do it on their channels. And before you know it, this giant YouTuber has taken, just by making one video, has taken something that wasn't popular and overnight made it a smash hit. This is probably the way I could probably go back and actually research this, but this is probably the way Among Us blew up, where just a few streamers were playing it, and then more streamers got on board, and now it's just this phenomenon. There was this game, it was old. Among Us had been around for a long time. And then suddenly, because people who had influence played it, Among Us now is one of the top games of our time. So you want to follow those large folks, but then you got to remember those are the tastemakers. Those are the influencers that currently have the large audience. The reason you can't make a video titled Funny Minecraft Video, because they have so much clout and credibility in that space that you can't possibly compete when they make a video titled Funny Minecraft Video. You have to really go after search in a different way. So the people who you want to follow also very closely are the ones at the level you want to be at, and you can get there conceivably soon. So I would have both is the short answer. And yes, I spent a lot of time on that question. Let's see. Just Sticks asks, should I start doing short videos and streaming? If you want, whatever works best for you and your schedule. Some people say you should make a whole separate channel for shorts. I'm of the mindset that if your shorts are similar to your hashtag longs, as I call them, then they could go on the same channel. I've personally seen success with this. If in terms of streaming, give it a shot. It's a lot of these questions that we're getting today kind of just come down to you guys. I think there's this mindset. Maybe it's just amongst younger creators. I know I went through this a little bit when I first started on YouTube, where you want advice and you ask a question like, is it better to do streaming or is it better to just upload videos? But in the end of the day, there's no real right answer to that question. It's mostly you kind of asking for permission there, like, is it okay that I stream? Do people recommend that, or is that something that's bad? We're streaming right now. We got 174 people watching, and we have our channel of 750,000 plus subscribers. So what does that tell you? We're still here week after week with similar concurrent viewership, and we still post videos as well. It's worth it to us. It's completely worth it to us. We are providing value to literally hundreds of people today. So is it weird that we have hundreds of thousands of more people who have subscribed to vidIQ and yet a couple hundred show up to a live stream? No, like we expect that. But maybe other other people out there would say, well, that's outrageous. I'd rather make a video and not do the 2 or 3 hour live stream. And that's just totally your call to make. But don't worry about asking for permission. Try things. Just try things. YouTube is a place where you can just test out off the wall ideas and see how they do. Or not off the wall ideas, like doing a live stream. All right, I'm going to scroll down to the live feed here of questions. Excuse me. Patrick Stewart asks, worried shorts might hurt my channel regarding average watch time. Currently 8.5 minutes. Are shorts worth it? I'm going to be a little bit selfish here, or tacky, and use my own channel as an example right now. I do YouTube right now off when I'm not doing YouTube for vidIQ. I have my own gaming channel, and it's a fun hobby for me. It's a way to unwind. I get to make silly gaming videos, and I do a live stream once in a while, and it's just for me. So it's a fun hobby. And so to me, there is no harm in putting shorts on my main channel, my main hobby channel, whatever you want to call it. And the impact has been very big. I don't regret it at all. The watch time from the shorts was small at first, obviously, because they don't really hit the shelf right away. And once those shorts hit the shelf, as long as they are of good quality and they get pushed to a lot of people, the watch time is insane. Now, it doesn't go towards monetization, but I guess I don't have to worry about that. I'm already monetized, so I'm speaking from that perspective. But at the same time, those live streams I mentioned have better concurrent viewers than they did before. Not a ton, but it's better. And I get a lot of watch time from those. And if I do post a long, then that too does get better views than it used to, because I just have more reach by virtue of having more subscribers. So I don't regret doing shorts at all on my main channel, but I've also seen success from people who decided to make a separate shorts channel. One channel I'd really like to point to is Farzy, Farzy. You can find them just by searching that. And they have a Minecraft channel, but they also made a Minecraft Shorts channel called Farzy Shorts. And their Minecraft channel has tens of thousands of subscribers. And last time I checked, their Shorts channel had like 14,000 subscribers, a pretty new channel. And all they were doing was taking clips from other stuff they'd done in Minecraft and just turning them into shorts and throwing them on there. And to them, that was the way to go. So they obviously felt strongly about making a separate channel for their shorts. I personally feel like the way I do YouTube, it was a fantastic idea to put them on my personal channel that I wasn't doing shorts on prior to that. So no, I don't think they hurt your channel. I do think they are worth it, but I do think they changed the journey for you. They definitely, they changed the narrative, because now your watch time isn't going towards monetization, and you're like, well, my goal was monetization. What do I do? And you got to find the right mix. I hope that answered your question. But feel free to follow up. Crossbit asks, what microphone do you use / recommend for nice sounding audio? I have the AT2020. It's a condenser mic, and it comes in 2 different variations. There's an XLR version. That's what I have. And then there is a USB version. The XLR version I have plugged into a mixer, and you'll probably need some kind of mixer if you're going to go that route. The USB, obviously, you would just plug directly into your computer. I love this microphone. It's still consumer grade. It's nice. I get nice clear sound from it. So yeah, definitely microphones are an investment. You want to make sure that you spend, if you're going to spend on anything for your channel, I'd recommend good sounding audio every time. Leaks asks, how do I do keyword or video research for funny gaming video? Well, we already kind of showed in the training today how to do the research portion under the discovery section of our training. But if you're trying to make a funny gaming video, you should probably base your humor on trending topics. If it's a new Minecraft trend that you can jump on and parody in some way, or a trend going on in the real world that you can make within Minecraft itself. If a new movie comes out and you want to make a parody of it using the game. But when it comes to comedy channels of any kind and you're brand new to it, I really suggest starting in some kind of trending niche, or pick a niche and then follow the trends of it. So if you're a gaming channel that makes comedy gaming videos, then Among Us is huge right now. So can you make funny Among Us videos? If Minecraft has another massive update or something like that, can you make, some kind of funny Minecraft parody of some kind? So that's what I would say. And the research just comes into play. You're researching trending topics that appeal to you. All right, let's see here. Be sure to say #question for your question so I can pick it out. If you want to increase your YouTube audience, be sure to watch this training. I'm seeing that question come up a couple times. Go back, watch the training, take some good notes. A lot of information in there. I have a question here. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't disappear on me. From Wildly Cool again. Is it fine to act trends such as updates on games that have surpassed a few days, week, or month and do it in shorts? I think I understand your question. You're asking if you should cover an update on a game, for example, but it's been a few days, a week, etc. And then separately, you're asking if you should do it in shorts, which is again totally up to you. I wouldn't seek out my permission on that. Just try it. But in general, if you're a gaming channel trying to cover updates, you want to cover those updates as fast as you can. A couple of ways you can do that. Developers of these games, publishers of these games tend to be very active on social media somewhere. So make sure to turn on notifications for them. There was a great example on my personal channel where Minecraft had a big update, and I still covered it. I was hours late, though. Everyone else was already on top of this thing, and I was way late to the party because I didn't turn on any kind of notification. I didn't realize what was going on until it was, kind of too late. So since then, in my personal Discord, I made a Minecraft channel. I went to Minecraft's Discord, and then I turned on a feature that lets you actually have their announcements publish in one of your own Discord channels. So now when Minecraft has an announcement and they decide to post it in their Discord, in my Discord, get a notification. And it'll be like, we have a new DLC coming out or whatever. And it'll go into a feed that I'm already checking all the time. The same goes for Twitter. You can follow your game of choice on Twitter and then turn on notifications. Get a mobile alert when updates are happening. Try not to be late for those. Cover them anyway. If you're a few hours late, a couple days late, it's okay. But time is of the essence. So when you ask, how do I grow my gaming channel? I cover these updates. The first question has to be, are you covering them as quickly as everybody else? Because it's YouTube is full of competition. All right, let's see here. Iced Americano says, my first video reached 500 plus views in 2 days. Oh, congrats. But the second video and the videos I post after it only have up to 30 views. Why? Why can I maintain my views? Without looking at your channel, I don't know exactly how to answer that, but maybe, I've seen that happen when people make episodic content and they post episode numbers all over the place in their thumbnails and their titles. So let's say you do Minecraft Survival Episode 1, 500 views. Minecraft Survival Episode 2, 30 views. I've seen that happen because Episode 1 tends to do very well, the first episode of anything, and then subsequent episodes, not so much. So I have videos on this as well around the vidIQ channel. I always tell people to make the title less about the episode number and more about what's actually happening in that episode. Are you teaching them how to make something? Because that's going to go a much farther way. It can still be the sequel to the previous video, but make it for someone who's never seen you before. If you were here at the very beginning, I did a whole speech about that. Every video you post is an opportunity to get discovered by somebody who's never seen you before. So always make your video from your title to your thumbnail to the content within. Make every video appeal to somebody who's never met you before. Every single video, whether it's the beginning of a new series or the middle of an old one. I hope that answers your question, but again, without looking at your channel, You can feel free to follow up on that. What software should I use for screen recording? I personally like OBS or Streamlabs OBS. It has great high quality screen capture built into it. You can also, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, they have screen capturing built in, and a lot of people don't know that. It's called Shadow Play. So look up your graphics card, see if it supports Shadow Play, because that's free, and it's just like you just hit a button and it starts recording. It's fantastic, nice high quality. So those are my suggestions. Okay, Seam Tops. My video retention is low, around 30%. How can I improve it? So video retention is super, super important. I would say it's especially important for shorts as well. It's so important because that is YouTube's way, one of YouTube's many ways, but a big one, of knowing if your video is holding people's attention. So if your retention graph looks like this at the very top and a bunch of people fall off right at the beginning, something about your intro isn't captivating that audience. So that's the first place to look. And YouTube has broken down retention now in recent updates where they kind of highlight the graph in different areas. Go through that graph. Be brutally honest with your own video, okay? And open up that graph and scrub the timeline. And anytime you notice a dip, figure out what you were saying in that moment and objectively think to yourself, if I was a viewer, and I wasn't me, if I was a viewer of this video and I heard me say what I just said, would that make me leave? I've noticed this a ton. To this day, I make this mistake. If it sounds like your voice is kind of meandering, like you're about to maybe, possibly, potentially, perhaps end the video, that can get people to drop off if they just feel like it's going to end. And it could be that those audio cues are so subtle, and you may just need to practice, so it could be as simple as that, or it could be just the fact that your video was focused and then somewhere in the middle you kind of started tapering off, kind of like this example I'm giving you where I'm losing my mind a little bit and I'm trying to tell a story, but I'm forgetting what I was going to say something else, but I'll just kind of fill the dead air with people are dropping off. So you need to just be very critical of your own video and kind of figure out where those pain points are. I've seen a lot of people who get started on YouTube, they invest in like some cool graphics, but they, in doing that graphics package, invest in an intro that's like 10 to 20 seconds long of music and just their name flashing on the screen and celebrating me, I can't imagine their retention graphs look very good. You know what I mean? So retention's a tough one. You could also try making shorter videos and starting there. Just let's say you make 10-minute videos now, but the retention's 30%. Does that mean it would be 60% if you made 5-minute videos? Try it out. And then, start small and then creep up from there, learning along the way. Okay. Hades the cameraman. I'm having issues with no one finding my videos, so I'm getting no viewers. Again, any of you who are asking, no one's finding my videos, what can I do? That was what our training was all about prior to this Q&A. Be sure to go back and watch that, take some good notes. It was, yes, a longer training, 40 minutes, give or take, but we go through the process with you on conceptualizing a new video idea and giving it everything it needs to get discovered on YouTube. So go back and watch that. It doesn't matter what kind of channel you are. It doesn't matter. I'm seeing just a lot of these same questions, I guess. So how do I grow an Android channel, for example, from Red Knight BG? Same advice to you. Go back and watch the training. If you're a tech channel, a cooking channel, a gaming channel, a fishing channel, please go back and watch the training. I'm getting the question, is premiering good? I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. I personally believe premiering is something you should do depending on the kind of content you make, as always. But I like to use premieres as a marker of like hype. I did something special, something I don't normally do. and I want to premiere this video for a lot of people. I want to build up that hype, and I'm going to be there and chat with them when it finally goes live. Someone who uses Premieres really well, who you should follow, just to learn more about what I'm talking about. There's Jelly's Marble Runs. They have basically marbles that run sporting events. They put a lot of production value in these videos. They're really fun. I do watch them in my free time. I enjoy them. But they use Premieres because what happens is that they launch their video and people spoil everything in the comments. They treat it like a live sporting event. So they use Premieres because every video is this big event where a winner will be determined. And if you happen to scroll down in the comments and before finishing the video, it's gonna be spoiled for you immediately. So it really does depend on what kind of content you're doing. But if you feel like you want to try a Premiere, test Premieres, test everything. Absolutely. The Creative Middle Cent asks, I'm only using an iPhone to shoot videos. Is that good enough, or should I buy your type of microphone? So yeah, I would, before investing in a better camera, I would invest in better audio every time. That's the advice you'll hear us give time and time again. I would say shooting on an iPhone is good enough for sure. My first videos here in vidIQ were all shot on a mobile device. They looked fine. Of course, I wanted them to look better. You always do, but it didn't change anything. They still look great. The videos got views. The thing, that'll really hurt your retention though, is if your audio sounds bad. So investing in good sound equipment is very important. So yeah, that's my answer to that. Let's see here. Cooking Scrapbook says, at least how many videos is required to be uploaded to see some growth? It could be anywhere from 1 to 50 to 100 to 1,000. It kind of depends on the quality of the video, and the subject therein. We like to tell people to plan out their first 5 to 10 videos, and get them posted as soon as you can, so you have some content on the channel. Yes, the more content you have, the better. But just because you're a brand new channel and you post one video, there's no rule in YouTube that's like, this channel's only posted one video. We can't give them any recognition until they post at least 10. That's not really how it works. So every video has an opportunity to be seen. But yeah, I would say that in general, get yourself about 10 to 12 videos just in your library of content. Use them as an opportunity to learn the process of making videos. You know what I mean? And make sure they're in proper playlists. Use them to kind of set up your channel. If someone new comes to your channel and they want to see what you're about, make sure in those 10 videos is just about every kind of video you're going to make. Okay, this is my how-to series. This is I'm seeing Cooking Scrapbook. So you're teaching people how to do these recipes in a short amount of time. Maybe you have a live stream you do when you cook with people and answer questions. So do a couple of those, and arrange your channel with those to kind of give people an idea of who you are and what you do. Imagine Shrek says, does the amount or how fast you post affect views? Well, one thing to note is that if you're someone who posts daily, we've seen channels that post multiple videos in a day. Yeah, like I think you only get 3 alerts a day. So if you post more than 3 videos in one day, you will no longer be able to notify your audience until a certain amount of time passes. So keep that in mind. That could certainly affect what you do. As a test, I have a channel I haven't really talked about, and I tried doing 5 videos in the same day because it had nothing on it, and I wanted something on it. And interestingly enough, those videos, they were all shorts, and they never hit the shelf. I don't know why. They just didn't. But the video after that did. So I posted the 5 videos in one day, and I'm not saying this means anything. This is just what happened to me. I posted them a couple hours apart. I knew the channel didn't have any subscribers, so I knew I didn't care about the notification or anything like that. Not a single one hit the short shelf, but then the one after did. So it might, in fact, make a difference. So if I just said, if you're going to start a new channel with 10 videos, space them out one day at a time, at least. That's what my personal advice is. Other folks here would recommend different methods there. I recommend having videos in your backlog and doing them just one a day until you run out, and then get into your regular schedule. Maybe you do a video a week or 2 a week or whatever. But start strong, but don't just dump them either. So Denzel Tech Channel says, this is very important, please. What category should it be listed in under how to install Kodi add-ons? I don't know what Kodi add-ons are, but categories themselves are very inconsequential. We here use the how-to and lifestyle category. We kind of consider ourselves an education channel. I mean, categories just don't hold a lot of weight. So don't worry so much. Pick the one you feel like is the best and just go with it. Just commit to it. Trust me. The categories is something I hope YouTube changes in the future, because they're so broad, and I don't feel like some of them fit the criteria for the types of videos that are just the most popular. There's no reactions category, for example. So pick the one that you feel is best for you. The most fleshed out one is gaming, because you can actually you can tell it which game you're playing, and that helps, because now you're showing up in that section of YouTube where like they post all their gaming content, and you can actually click Minecraft and see all the videos under that category. Let's see. Rotary King. I have a racing games channel with content and challenges, and sometimes with friends. I come up with a great video idea, but then I realized bigger NFS channels already did. Oh, look at that. We got a super chat. Is that £2? Thank you so much from Reels. I missed it because it went away. I don't have that up right now. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. It's all been done before is something that slowed me down as well. Like, I have this idea, I would search for it, and I would find that 10 other people already got to it before me. Try not to let that get under your skin, because yes, we tell people, be original, be yourself. Take an idea that you know is good because other people have done it, right? Like if you know, okay, I'm losing my train of thought a little bit. Give me a second. I need a specific example. Let's say there's a challenge, right? And it's a funny challenge, and you have seen these other YouTubers do it. You're like, I want to do that, but I don't want to copy them. Don't worry about it. Do it your way. Bring your personality to that particular challenge. It's trending for a reason, and people want more of it. They're searching for it. So don't worry about what other people are doing so much. Worry about what you bring to the table, you know? I hope that helps. I know it's very broad compared to what you asked, but I think we're kind of on the same page. All right. Hack Freeware says, what option is better? Make a channel with shorts and long videos, or 2 channels, one with shorts and one long. And I talked about this earlier today as well. It's kind of depends on you and your content. Right now, shorts is so new. It's just so hard to say definitively what's better. And shorts change. I could tell you one thing today, and YouTube could change something tomorrow. And shorts have been developing fast. The way they've been launched is faster than I've seen any feature ever roll out on YouTube. And there's always something new with shorts. Crossbit, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate you. So, like, I showed Rob a screenshot yesterday, in fact, where I looked on my phone, I saw the short shelf, and I saw 3 videos before I had to scroll over. You know how the short shelf works by now, I think. So you scroll over into the feed and see all the videos presented to you, but underneath the shorts feed was another short that Rob did, and it was like long. I wish I could show you. It was a bar that was underneath the short shelf. So imagine 3 shorts, but then 1 short underneath it that underlined all those, and it was Rob's latest short video. And I didn't know why they did that. Why is there a section for shorts and then underneath it another short? It was a whole new thing. I'd never seen them do that before. So it's always changing. Try it on your main channel for now. If you don't like the results, then yeah, make a second shorts channel. But it's totally up to you. Okay, so what does the hashtag mean in the YouTube algorithm? And should I put them in the description? Says Tech Talk. Okay, so if you click on the hashtag underneath a video, you will see all the videos using that hashtag. I think these have come up before and there's been some debate about them. I don't know how people feel these days. I like to put hashtags that I feel like no one else will really use. So I'll put my channel name as a hashtag. And then, of course, if you do shorts, it's recommended you put hashtag shorts in your title or description. So they do serve a different purpose in that way, I guess. But there's also talk about that not being required. So again, shorts are always changing. But that's basically what they do. It's another way to categorize your video. If you can't think of any, don't put them. Don't worry about it. If you want, they could be a cool way to link different things together. So let's say you have 3 different series you do on your channel. You can make one of the hashtags your channel name, and then one of the hashtags the name of the series. You can only have 3. You can have as many as you want, but you can only have 3 actually appear under the video to where people can click on them. So, yeah, that's basically what they do. We have a video on it somewhere on the vidIQ channel. All right, let me drink some water. I'm out of tea now. Last week, I didn't bring water to this, and I had regrets. We're still going to be doing questions, so don't worry if I haven't gotten to you yet. I'm still here. All right, so Accidental Warrior. I'm a girl making comedy videos, but really it's just about true current events. I've noticed my dumbest videos get the most views, and the higher quality videos get less views and likes. Dumbest video. So without looking at your channel, it's hard to, and I know it wasn't really a question, but I just picked that out because it's interesting to me. So you're making comedy videos. Maybe is it the fact that your dumbest videos happen to be also the shortest and most easy to digest videos, the ones that just by the title alone anyone can kind of, understand it, I've always said this to people. You could have the best editing in the world. You could be the greatest storyteller of all time, but if you're not giving your video all the tools it needs to get discovered, if you're not giving it a good thumbnail, if you're not giving it a good enough title, no one will know that you're the greatest video editor of all time because no one's seen your video or has clicked on it. So it's 2 things, and it just depends on what those dumbest videos really are. But analyze the 2 side by side and try and pick out maybe even the comments. Try and pick out things that the audience is enjoying. All right. Sorry, chat's still moving so quickly here. Remember not to spam. Our moderators will remove you from the conversation. I won't be able to answer your questions. Okay, so Frank Ondor asks, so far I've uploaded short vertical videos on Instagram Reels, but now I'm considering uploading them to YouTube as shorts. Should I re-upload everything and stop uploading them to Instagram altogether? Well, that's up for you to decide. If they're doing well on Instagram, and you want to grow your Instagram following, don't stop. But if you're maybe looking to YouTube as an alternative for some reason, then yeah, we actually have seen a lot of people who come from TikTok release their TikTok content on YouTube and blow up, in the same way they did on TikTok. And it's nice because they have a backlog of videos, so they just schedule them, one day at a time or whatever, and kaboom. So it's definitely something you could do. It depends on your own personal priorities. If you're someone who is just kind of an Instagram native and you just prefer their platform, it doesn't make much sense to stop using it. But if you're tired of it for some reason or looking for a change or whatever it may be, then yeah, you don't need my permission. Sure, of course. It's Zero says, I make Fortnite montages, but my titles are not the best. How do I make better titles? It's a tough one. We actually cover titles quite a bit in the training, if you go back and watch. Fortnite montage is probably a really, really, really heavily used search term, so you got to do better than that. Make a montage about something searchable. Funniest headshots or something, you know. Make it more interesting than just another Fortnite montage. That's my best advice to you without seeing what you're currently doing. And definitely go back and watch the training because we talk about that quite a bit towards the beginning, in fact. Is it wise to use words and thumbnails? Asks Warby Crafts. It really depends on the niche. We like to tell people less is more with text. Some niches have to depend on it. In particular, people who teach about software and things like that, there's not much they can put in thumbnails other than text. I am of the mindset that less is more. If you're a crafts channel, just going by your name alone, then you want to make sure that that artwork, that craft is on full display. And I would do no more than 1 or 2 words, something of big impact. Like, let's say you're a crafts channel who reviews paint, okay? Just random example. I would do something that demonstrates the painting and the thumbnail, and then if I were to do any words at all, I would use an arrow pointing at the paintbrush, and I would say, best paint. You know? It really is like that simple. Less is more when it comes to text. Let's see here. I'm sorry, the chat's moving on me. A lot of questions coming in. Thank you so much for your questions. A lot of long questions here. Sorry if I go silent for a minute. So I'm reading questions, a lot of the questions we've answered earlier by saying go back and watch the training. So to those of you saying, how do I get recommended? How do I get views? How do I get subscribers? Please rewatch today's training. Does it speed up the subscriber count after reaching 200 subscribers? Reaching 200 was slow, and I need an answer to this. Yes and no. I mean, if you're on let's say you're on a roll, right? You're getting 10 subscribers a day. There's no reason that should stop if you continue down that path. But if you do an about face and change something big about your content, if you switch games, if you use a new titling structure, if you change something that's been successful for you, it'll slow you down. Or if you test something new, it could speed you up. But there's this misconception, I think, that because you have subscribers, you are now entitled to more subscribers. I quit doing YouTube when my channel hit about 16,000 because I had just a lot of stuff going on in life. And I'm like, I don't have time to make YouTube videos right now. I was getting, maybe let's just put a round number on it, like 1,000 views a video or whatever. I came back to YouTube with about the same amount of subscribers, but my next upload got a couple hundred viewers. I wasn't entitled to that number I used to get. People kind of forgot I existed, you know? And getting my numbers to start going back up took time. It took consistency. So, I mean, there's no formula. There's no, it's make good quality content that is of value to people. They will subscribe, you know? Different niches will have different levels of views and everything too. Some topics are just simply more popular than others. So I know that a lot of you out there probably hate the words "it depends," but that's YouTube. That is YouTube. It depends. I do my best to answer your questions without just saying that. What would you consider as a good percentage of audience retention? Asks Bird Omania. I would say if you can aim to get on a regular video, like I'm saying regular in terms of longs. Shorts is a totally different story, but longs, just a regular old YouTube video, if you can get 40 to 50%, that's where I personally like to be. That to me is quite a bit of time people are sticking around. If you can get over the 50% mark, I'd say you're doing something right. Opinions may vary. If you've ever seen videos at vidIQ where we kind of take you through our own videos, you'll notice that the retention can be in the mid to low 30s, and our videos are still getting out there. So we would like it to be higher, and we analyze our videos and we try to do better because we want to hit that 40 to 50% mark, and we do sometimes. But it's that's actually one where I would personally say, if like my goal when I make a video is 50%. With shorts, you want to be at like 80% because they're so dang short. If people are dropping off halfway through your short, it's probably not doing enough. The length of your video matters in the long videos too. Okay, so Avari's Star Wars The Old Republic Lore and More. Got it. I'm like, what is that acronym? I know that acronym. What would you recommend for guide/tutorial-like videos? To get to the point or try to spread it out over about 10 minutes? Are 10-plus minute videos still the best? I heard mixed thoughts about it. People might be giving you that number because at 8 minutes, you can put mid-roll ads. So I know that factors in for a lot of folks. Guides and tutorials are where I personally like to make shorter videos, especially in gaming, because I know for me, I'm just making the video I want to watch, right? I know for me, if I have a specific question and someone can answer it in a video, I want that answer as soon as possible, because what I'm doing is playing a video game and I'm trying to put something together, and I might even be frustrated because it's not going well for me. So I'm like giving up, and I'm just going to ask YouTube, can someone just do this for me real quick? If someone takes 10 minutes to do that versus somebody who took 5, I'm always going to click the 5-minute video. So now, that said, maybe you need 10 minutes to explain what you're doing. But if you can do it in less time, don't drag out your video just because you want the watch time. Like, don't do that. Give the viewer the experience you would want to have if you were looking for that answer. That's what I say about tutorials and guides. Now, again, some might require more than 10 minutes. And if they do, then so be it. But a simple question, if you can answer it in a short amount of time, you're going to get that click for me. That's for sure. All right. What do we got? Mellow Morrow says, in this channel, Mellow Morrow, this channel, I make quality Minecraft tips and tutorials. But if I made another channel with a different genre, would it affect my gaming channel and how? I'm going to shock a lot of you right now, and I'm going to say yes. It would affect your Mellow Morrow channel in that you would be spending less time making your Mellow Morrow content. Mellow Morrow being the name of the channel, if you guys aren't following. Make sure, and this is a very personal lesson, this goes beyond YouTube. Make sure that if you're going to pursue something, you give it everything you can give it, like realistically. On YouTube, I have a full-time job. I have other hobbies. I have other things I like to do. So if I'm going to split my focus between 2 channels, I'm going to make sure that I'm ready to take that on. Because I know that every video I make has some level of research. It takes some level of time to edit each video. It takes some level of time to make those thumbnails, to give that video everything it needs to get discovered. So if you're going to take time away from Mellow Morrow and make a new channel, then be prepared for some part of the process to get slowed down. It's going to slow down the growth of your primary channel if you don't prepare for that properly. Maybe you had school before and now you don't. So you just have a full-time job and this YouTube channel, and school is out of the picture because you graduated. Congrats. Now you want to take that extra time and do a second channel, then in that case, you probably won't see much of a difference in your first one. But use that creative energy, use everything you can to grow Mellow Morrow. That's what you should focus on. If you have another game you like, another genre of game, play it for you. Play it in your free time. Do that to unwind, because when you start making content out of it, now you're exhausting that creative energy again. You're not relaxing. You're still working. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. But yes, making a second channel will affect your first channel in that you're using that creative energy and splitting your focus. Try and stay focused on YouTube. For me, 2021 is the year of focus. That's what I'm going to be preaching all year long, because I didn't stay focused when I started, and I had huge regrets about it. So that is what I'm going to be preaching to you guys this year. Geeky Girls Journal says, if you make motivational content, is it best to categorize it as education or entertainment? And I said this earlier too, but the categories are very inconsequential on YouTube. I would maybe you're doing both. Pick the one you feel like is the most fitting and stick with it. That's what I was saying before. And don't worry about it so much, because YouTube, I think, deliberately made those vague, and they just don't really do much for your discoverability at all. Definitely put them in some category, but don't worry about getting it perfect. Sios says, we found our niche, but we want to make content as a duo. Do you think that's possible? Certainly. Yeah, if that's the whole catch to your channel, that two people are running it. Yeah, I don't see why not. I'm trying to imagine what that would look like. You're going to have to find the way that works best for you. You did find your niche. That's great. Now you got to find your format. So yeah, but certainly there's no rule against, doing a channel with a friend, family member, whatever it may be. Skelly or Skeel? Oh no, I don't know. Asks, one video carries me because it blew up. I never got that many views on my channel. What if excuse me. But what do I do if my video slows down? How do I capitalize the most from this one video until it slows down? So you have a video on your channel, and out of all the videos you made, this one, for some reason, enjoy that while it lasts. It will slow down. It may take months, but it could slow down. Worry about making your next video. Try, what did you learn from that one video? That's what's important. Enjoy the ride while you're on it. It's going to end at some point. Don't dwell on the fact that it's going to end. If you get on a roller coaster and your only focus is, oh man, I waited in line for an hour and in a minute I'm going to get off this roller coaster, you're not going to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. I know this is a silly metaphor. Enjoy the ride and take everything you learned from it and put it towards more videos. If maybe it was the type of thumbnail you made, maybe it was just the topic. Can you double down on it? But don't worry so much about this video that's, quote, carrying your channel. It happens. It's awesome when it does. Enjoy that. And you're going to get more subscribers from it, and you're going to have more reach. That's more people who have the potential to see a notification from you. So your next video is bound to do a little bit better than the videos you used to make before this one blew up. That's awesome. It ebbs and flows. That's the nature of the beast. So double down where you can. All right. Catching up here in chat. Thank you to our moderators, because they're doing awesome. I keep seeing this one come up from DJ Compromise. I post anime videos, how to take high volume tags. I don't know what that means. And I feel like I've seen you copy and paste that a few times. I just have no idea what that means. I'm guessing what you're asking is probably going to result in the answer. Please go back and watch the training from earlier. Anna Zilli says, is having colored lights as you have really useful? If I spend money on it, does it really help? I don't, in terms of getting discovered, no one will know you have colored lights until they watch your video. I think, and I'm still working on all this. I haven't put any time into it lately, but I'm not even thrilled about the way this looks. I'm very OCD. Like I have a little plug back there. I got to cover up with something. I wanted something that looked kind of nice back there. So I got some colored lights. Invest when you're ready to in stuff like that and a cool looking set. It's all about looking more professional. I would say that's the last thing you should worry about. You should want to look professional, but my point is, if you have good audio and then followed by good video quality and things like that, all this stuff costs money, and it's stuff I bought over time. I acquired over a period of time and I put together, and I'm going to be tweaking it forever. I'm always going to be tweaking it. I don't worry so much about it. I want it to look, I just want it to look professional. That's all. No, I don't think it makes any difference in terms of my videos getting views, if that's the question. How? Maybe I'm saying your name totally wrong. Let's see. I do shorts and I put calls to action in the end of my videos. There are only 11 seconds on average, so I can't really put them anywhere else. But I have 500,000 total views with 1.6K subs. I'm not sure what your question is. You said hashtag question, but I just feel like this is a bunch of facts about your shorts. So your shorts are only 11 seconds, and you're putting a call to action at the end. Yeah, I would rephrase that because I'm not really sure what you're wondering. I totally get the OCD. I cover my wires. Wires make me mad. I've thought about moving the shelf in, I guess, and I just don't know if I'd like that. So I don't know. I'm not worried enough about it, obviously, to do much. Usually it's like this anyway, so yeah. But yes. Our moderator, DCU Studios, says, could I still make it with an Among Us map in Minecraft, or am I too late? I mean, try it. Minecraft and Among Us are both still very popular. The more you wait, the more you're going to answer that question for yourself. Absolutely try it. Don't be upset that you didn't get there the day Among Us launched or anything like that. Just, I think you'll know when it's too late. And that's when, the Among Us trend clearly just kind of disappears. I don't think it's going anywhere for a while. My question is, how can I make my calls to action better? Okay, gotcha. So about the shorts you had and stuff like that. So when it comes to shorts, something I'm testing for myself is not putting a call to action, which is like, what? But here's the thing. Like, one thing that feels really consistent about all of our shorts, you and me, YouTuber to YouTuber, all of our shorts seem to drive subscribers to our channel, but when we make a regular video again, there's not as many of them sticking around as they would from a longer video for some reason. I think it's because the subscribe button is just really easy to push as you move through all the different shorts you're watching that day. I bet you viewers of shorts, on average, I would love to see a study of this. I bet you, though, that these viewers are subscribed to more channels on average than YouTube viewers who don't watch shorts, because I just think they're that easy to subscribe to. So I would worry less about the call to action and more about the entertainment value. Because we've actually seen, and Rob did a case study on this channel. It was Jake Feldman, okay? You should look up this video. It's very recent. Maybe Dan H. could link it in here if he's still with us. Jake is making Among Us animated shorts. He's an animator. And they're awesome. They're maybe like 30 seconds long or whatever. And each one gets like millions of views. What was really interesting about these is that the retention on some of them was over 100%. That's because these videos were so good, people watched them multiple times. That's what happens. So if you can do that, if you can make your video so good that people want to rewind it and watch it again, you don't need a call to action. You don't have to tell people to subscribe. They're into you. They are just all in on this short and these shorts you're making. So if your shorts are 11 seconds and you spend the last 3 of them with a call to action, you're probably losing people there anyway. So just get rid of it. Make that the most interesting 8 seconds ever, to where they're like, that happened so fast, I'm going to swipe back and watch it again. Try it. I'm trying it. And I'm not seeing so far, it's too soon for me to say this definitively, but so far I'm not seeing a drop in the amount of subscribers my shorts drive. Still looking for questions here. Shadow Kids asks, do you have any tips for people that screen record their videos? Any apps that might make our quality and graphics look better? Yeah, so I use Streamlabs OBS or just regular OBS, depends on what I'm doing. And you just got to kind of tinker with the settings a little bit, and you can get those to look nice and sharp. If you have NVIDIA Shadow Play, you could use that. Those are always the 2 suggestions I give folks. If you use OBS, you just need to tinker with the settings. You got to get the bitrate right and the format and everything. There's a lot of tutorials out there though. All right, let's see here. Peaky Tech is asking how to get discovered better in search. Go back and watch our training. We talked about that very subject. Be sure to rewind this live stream when it's all over and check it out. Okay, so Loser Anna asks, how can I call my niche if it's based on spending a day in building A? People ask my niche and I don't know what it is. It sounds, if you can't even answer that question, that's always a red flag to us as folks who help people on YouTube. If we're on an elevator together and you give me the elevator pitch of your channel and it's spending a day in or building a blank, I don't know if you are a travel channel who spends the day in different cities. I don't know if you're not an architect, a carpenter that builds different things out of wood. So that's the thing. What do you typically build? Where do you typically spend the day? Maybe you build tree houses. So you're building a tree house and then the next video is you spending a day in it. You need to figure out what, if you can't answer that, if carpentry isn't the answer, or maybe it was for one video and then the next video you built an audience on Twitter, you know what I mean? You're too broad in your topic. So take the thing you're best at and just go all in on it. Focus on that one thing. If it's about building audiences, then you're somebody who's a growth education channel, kind of like we are here on YouTube, and you want to be that person. If you're a travel channel and you spend the day doing different things, then the answer to your question is, I'm a travel channel. When people ask, what's your niche? Oh, I travel, So if you that's all I'm going to say on that is you have to be able to answer that question for yourself. Because just with those 2 title suggestions, I have no idea what you could possibly be doing on your channel. It sounds interesting, but hopefully that helped you narrow it down a little bit. Okay, so I do see the follow-up there. It's like Mr. Beast, but not really. And I would say that's very, very broad. Mr. Beast is of a level on YouTube where he can be a car dealership one day and a burger tycoon the next because he has that audience. He can do whatever he wants. You have to start smaller than that. Go look at the first videos he ever did and see if there's a trend there. You know what I mean? Everyone kind of started somewhere. So you have to start smaller. If you can be the next Mr. Beast, for example, Logan Paul, whoever it is, because I saw you just mentioned them too. You can be that person, but you got to start, because they're already taking all that juice away anyway, but they've earned that. They have the following to do that, and you got to earn that. So start smaller. Be a travel channel who spends the day in different places, for example, and then eventually go into carpentry and stuff because you have that million subscribers and you can be that person. But you got to start smaller. It absolutely is important to focus. Thank you for your help. You're very welcome. I do hope that found you some answers. That was not a sentence. You can tell it's getting later in the day. We'll take a few more questions. Okay, so the toxic random. With shorts, how do you know whether they'll get featured or not? For example, one that I just posted follows all the rules, but I don't know if it'll get featured or not. I mean, it's not portrait. Well, you definitely need to follow the rules. So if you're saying it does, I'm guessing it's square, because you can do square as well. That's the thing, though, isn't it? We don't know. We don't know if it will get featured. Like I told my story earlier about the 5 shorts I posted on a brand new channel, and not one of them hit the shelf. Could it be that I uploaded them too fast? I don't think so. But did I get unlucky 5 times in a row? Maybe. Straight up maybe. I mean, it's straight up maybe. That's funny. It just depends. Make that short the best you possibly can, though. Make sure whatever goal you had, make sure you achieve it. And there is a better than 0% chance that YouTube will give it a chance on the short shelf, even for a moment. And if the audience responds to it the way they're looking for, then they will continue to give it those opportunities. But yeah, there's no indicator. As long as you're putting hashtag shorts, you're making them under a minute long, you're making them either square or vertical. Follow the rules. My voice cracked because I need water. Follow the rules and worry about the next one. Try not to worry about if that one's going to do well or not. Just continue creating. Let's see what we got here. RTRV. We started a travel/art channel. Now we are teaching stained glass online, and we're enjoying it and having moderate success. We're thinking of changing our name. How will this set us back? That's a good question. I don't know how big your following is or how well established your current name is. There's a channel I like to follow in the gaming space. Their name is Alpha Gaming, and they give advice on gaming on Twitch and YouTube and things like that. And they also have a bunch of other things they cover. Real Speechless, I'm going to say gaming. It kind of cut off there, but thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. So they changed their name was the reason I brought them up, and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They're about to change their name soon. They did an announcement video on it. So pretty soon here, they will no longer be known as Alpha Gaming. Take from that what you will. I like RDRV. It's kind of cool, but just be upfront with your viewers. You know, make sure you don't do it overnight. Use the community tab or a video, or just announce it somewhere. If you have them on Discord, wherever it needs to be. Look at that. We're still getting super chats. Thank you so much for your super chats. Weirdly, I'm only seeing those come in. Maybe you're not attaching messages to them, but oh, there they are. Just super stickies. Thank you so much. So yeah, I know that wasn't a very solid answer. I just don't think it will be a very negative impact, because it'll be if there is some kind of negative impact from that, time will heal all wounds. Just keep doing what you do. And yeah, just I've rebranded. I've changed my name up. I did a much more subtle change, where I just dropped I dropped a word. No big deal. But yeah, I hope that helps. All right. Still looking at questions here. We have BMax Productions asking, I enjoy doing gaming videos, but I made a couple of music/tutorial videos and they did way better. Should I do both types of videos on one channel or make another channel for gaming? Yeah, we've seen people do this with like tech channels, where they cover all kinds of tech and then something takes off, right? Like maybe they cover webcams and headphones and laptops and microphones. Maybe their microphone video did really well though, and now they have to stop and go, whoa, okay, what does this mean? And we always tell people, if you're on a roll with something, double down. double down on as much as you can. Thank you so much for these super stickies. Appreciate it. Real speechless. Double down as much as you can on that. Maybe now you're a microphone channel. Don't make content that you're not willing to double down on is I guess the lesson there if you don't want to be the microphone channel in this crazy example I'm using. So in your case, music/tutorial videos, maybe circle back to gaming. Remember what I said earlier though. If you're going to make a second channel, it will impact your main channel because you're spending less time on your main channel. So stay focused, and then as you grow your bigger channel, your BMax Productions channel, wait till you are at a comfortable point where maybe your audience is big enough and they will be interested in both of these things, and then start that second channel. But try to focus up for now. Focus on what's working, and you're going to grow way faster doing that than splitting your focus. How many videos do you think is a good sample size before it's time to switch games? Okay, here we go. So from Walker. So they want to know how many videos I think is a good sample size before it's time to switch games. Trying to start sports gaming channel and thinking of trying a Minecraft video per a sub suggestion. Ooh, I relate to this so personally. It's going to be a conversation between you and me for a minute. Okay. A subscriber may have suggested to you that they want to see a Minecraft video, but you're a sports gaming channel, which is already a pretty competitive, big niche, a big field you're playing in. Sorry, I was trying not to go there, but you're on a big playing field. I'm sorry. Don't do the Minecraft video is my very direct, bold answer to you. Don't do the Minecraft video, especially on that channel. Make a second channel if you're going to do it, but keep your channel focused. I would say that if you're playing basketball games and football games, you're doing it wrong. You could be a sports gaming channel that only plays one kind of sports game. If you're already playing different genres of sport game, you're already pretty broad. Please don't make the Minecraft video. You got to stay focused because your audience, that was one person's suggestion, okay? Your audience won't see that coming, and they'll see a Minecraft video, and they won't watch. And I'll wait for the next sports gaming video. But then what if you enjoy the Minecraft video, and now you're making only those? Now all those subscribers have gone. Eventually they will forget about you. YouTube will stop notifying them of your content because they don't click on it anyway. Don't do that to yourself. Stay focused. If you're tired of that genre and you want to do a pivot, then that's a different conversation. But if you plan on sticking with this one niche, sorry, Cat decided it's time to join the live stream, then you want to stay focused. I haven't been that direct all day. I do hope that helps though. All right. I'm going to take, because it's already on the hour here, I'm going to take 3 to 5 more questions because I don't have self-control. Do you have to pay to unlock the entire vidIQ tools? Yes, but please take advantage of the 30-day access we have linked above. Just one happy boy asks, should you start a new series if the other series gets no views? That sounds like to me that you need to test. Yeah, if something you're doing isn't taking off, don't keep doing it. Test new things for sure. Peaky Tech, what category should I put my channel under? If I do tech videos, technology, or news, it's totally up to you. Very inconsequential. I would personally use tech if it were me. But if you feel like you cover the news with a technology spin, maybe it's news. It's up to you, but don't overthink that. Just trying to get through some of these quickly. I feel like my videos are engaging, but for some reason people leave early. What do I do? Asks Deadlycraft. You got to take a hard look at your retention. Maybe your intro is too long. You don't get into the action quick enough. There could be a lot of things, but if you feel like your video is engaging, obviously something in the beginning of that video isn't engaging enough. So it's time to take a hard look at your content and figure out what you could be doing better. Let's see what we got. And we have Dan H posting a breakdown of vidIQ plans. Be sure to go check that out if you have questions. How much time do I spend grooming my beard before stream? Today I spent a good amount of time because it had been a while. Probably spent a good 5 minutes on that. So maybe not a lot of time. Already answered that. All right. I'm seeing a lot of the same questions I just answered for you guys, so I'm going to just go ahead and skip those. All right. Okay, Wildly Cool asks, how do I take my audience into my next video idea? After, for example, I jumped on a trend, such as a Let's Play update, and then the next week I started to make something different and unique on my video. This is a very big question. I'm not sure how to interpret this question. I don't know how to answer this question. Let's see. If I mainly do shorts, how much horizontal should I make? Totally up to you. If you're mainly shorts, test one once in a while, but it's totally up to you. The more long form videos just take more time, so factor that in. Why do some tags in my videos not show a number from vidIQ? It's likely because they are tags that aren't, they're just being searched so little that they can't have a score on them. And you may still use them anyway, but you might also just want to consider looking at tags that have actual scores on them. Do more of those than anything else. And I see folks saying bye, so I guess you guys are tired of me. I'll answer one more question. Why did I stop doing channel audit? I won't answer this one as my last question, but I didn't stop doing channel audits. I just wasn't available yesterday. I will be back on Tuesday. And my last question is, I'm trying to pick a good one here. I'm trying. There's a lot of these same ones that we've already talked about today. Okay, I'm just gonna go for a classic here. Relis is asking, do you think a variety of games would be better off focusing on fewer games or hopping among trends? If you're a variety gaming channel, you have to rely on games that are trending and topics within those games that are trending. You will always have trouble growing as a variety gaming channel versus somebody who just focuses all their energy on one game. Some games are just not big enough to support an entire YouTube channel. So, excuse me, you want to at least stick in that genre. But yes, you're always going to have more trouble the more you broaden the scope of your channel. And that goes for anybody. We talked a lot about focus today. I'm going to make that the last question. If a lot of you are asking, like, how do I get more subscribers and views? That is what today was all about, getting you more subscribers and more views. Just before the Q&A section, we had about a 40-minute training that not only brought you through our tools, but brought you all the way through the process of conceptualizing a new video that will actually get discovered, that people will see, and they will, from there, hopefully subscribe to you if they love your content. So before we go, I'm going to quickly promote the Discord. If you have more questions, let's say your latest thumbnail, you're like, I made this thumbnail, I wonder what people think of it. Our Discord is a fantastic place to share that and get some pointers on your next thumbnail. There's conversations going on with creators just like you. It is not a place to self-promote. Our moderators will deal with that if they see that, because everybody is there to grow their YouTube channels. If everyone just posted their YouTube channel over and over again, there would be no value in it for anybody. So it is a place to go and meet other creators just like you and chat with them. And, we have a channel for just about everything in there in terms of different categories and stuff like that. So that is it for me today. My voice is properly shattered, and I look forward to doing this again with you at some point in the future. I'm guessing, though, next week Liron will be back, and yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday doing the channel live streams. Be sure to subscribe to vidIQ. You can catch me in other videos. I talk mostly about gaming in this video, so if you're a gaming channel, please go look at our gaming playlist. All my content's in there, and you can learn a thing or two about specific gaming advice. I've covered it all, and I'm going to cover it again, and I'm going to find new things to cover throughout all of 2021. So I shouldn't say I covered it all, because I obviously didn't, but I've covered a lot of the questions you guys have asked here. I've even referenced those videos today in doing so. All right, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Be sure to pick up that free 30 days of Boost so you can see all of our features and tools and get the most out of it. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. We'll catch you later.